Welcome to another episode of Minot Matters. It's been a little bit since we've done one of these because we've been engrossed in political affairs, and it's nice to break out of that and talk with the director of the Downtown Association in Minot, Chad Wright. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, so people probably know what the Downtown Association is. They probably think they know who you are. Right. They probably think they know everything that's going to go on Black Friday too. But why don't you just start by introducing yourself? Who's Chad?
I'm Chad Wright. I'm board president for the Downtown Business and Professional Association. I am a person behind the scenes that tries to do as much as we possibly can for the community. There's a lot of different committees and boards that I'm involved with, but the one that I'm proud of right now, what we're doing downtown, there's a lot of momentum going on downtown. We just recently formed a 501c3 called the Minot Downtown Beautification Association, and that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for downtown to really flourish over the next several years.
Okay, very good, exciting. So what do you guys do? What does the Downtown Association do? What's the point of it?
So the Downtown Business and Professional Association, the main thing that we try to promote is people buy local, shop small, obviously try to drive as much traffic as we possibly can into downtown. There's been a lot of research done in regards to cities and how important downtowns are. A lot of the cities start in downtown and kind of work their way out.
Right.
So there's been a lot of research into downtowns, and we take a lot of pride in our downtown. Whenever I first moved here from Arizona about 10 years ago, I love that downtown with the flowers and the music. It's really charming. Reminds me of the neighborhood and the town that I grew up in Ohio. And I just absolutely love it. I just wanted to figure out what I could do to volunteer, and I just started volunteering. And over the past several years, next thing you know, I'm board president. And
exciting.
Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff. The Downtown Association, we have big events. We're getting ready for our Christmas open house, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. That's going to be November 29th, the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We've got that's just our Christmas open house. That we've got another big project where we did the Fall Festival, which keeps getting better and better every year, that we just had this past August. We have our big fundraiser in May every year. It's our Straight Up and Toasted. It's our bourbon and cigar event. That's our big fundraiser that helps fund some of these projects. The lights, the flowers and everything all cost a lot of money. So
right. You guys do a lot then. And
we do.
And then as far as if a business was to join the Downtown Association, do you have to be in the downtown area in order to be joined?
Nope. Anybody can be a member of the Downtown Business and Professional Association. We have a lot of businesses that are on Main Street. Bones Barbecue, some of the banks. Okay. First International is a big supporter for us. Yeah. Credence Energy. Some of these bigger businesses are big supporters of downtown. They believe in downtown. They help us with.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. So anybody can join. You don't have to be in the.
Yep.
See, I think that's one of the misleading things about it.
Right, and that's we've got a couple events coming up where we try to do a lot of recruitment and try to let people know, hey, you don't just have to be a downtown business to be able to participate. First Western Bank's another one, where we have different opportunities throughout the year where we've got, our Christmas open house. We encourage people to come down, pass out flyers, pass out information, pass out candy canes, cocoa, coffee, that type of stuff,
For sure.
It's a really nice environment, really nice event, and people really, and this year it looks like we're probably going to have some good weather too. Sometimes that makes it kind of tough when it's really cold out there, but. Yeah.
So, Trinity moves out, and that got a lot of attention when they did. Time is flying by. It used to be they moved out a couple months ago, but now it's been a while since they moved out. Has the Downtown Association, has the downtown businesses seen an effect from that? Obviously, you had the offset by the city moving into the downtown area.
Not too much. The city employees is creating more foot traffic, more lunch business. Some of the businesses down there, for example, Cookies for You started offering different lunch specials and that type of stuff down there on Main Street, tried to get some foot traffic down there, so that's made an impact. Trinity, I've heard a few different conversations about local businesses that were interested. No names have been dropped or anything like that, but I have heard of a few different businesses or organizations at least that have been interested in the Trinity buildings, but nothing's quite materialized.
Just turn it into a huge haunted house.
Right, good idea.
Yeah.
But, with all the rooms like that, you'd think there's a lot of potential, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I don't know about.
Massive space.
Right.
It's probably the most common question you get.
Yeah, I get that quite a bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I try to initiate conversations with it too, but Nothing really solid or concrete out of those conversations quite yet.
If you could solve that problem for Minot, then they'd put you onto the Big M building next.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about that the other day. You know, it's like there's a few different projects and the things that are going on. You know, that was like, man, we just really wish we could find somebody to kind of take over because it would just do so much for downtown. You know, that M building, we were really had a lot of high hopes for that. You know, and what that was going to be able to do for downtown and everything.
Right.
We still got a lot of momentum though with the Ackermans are doing with Citizens Alley. You know,
Tell us about Citizens Alley.
I know a little bit about it. I know that, you know, in the wintertime, they've got the ice skating back there.
Right.
And then I saw that they'd gotten a grant, and I believe they're going to be having pickleball and basketball and that type of stuff in the summertime, too. The Silos project, where they're getting ready to paint a big mural on the silos downtown as well. That's another project going on downtown that we're really excited about. So a lot of stuff happening.
That Silos project is a massive one. But for Citizens Alley, so year round, you can be able to go into that alley, and it's behind Prairie Sky Bread, right?
Yes.
And be able to just hang out, goof off.
Yeah.
Walk.
I mean, it was really cool. Last year I went down there and they had, you know, the ice skating rink set out, and you could get cocoa and all that type of stuff down there. So really cool.
Are you able to rent skates for that?
Yeah.
You are. That's by Prairie Sky Bread, right?
Yep, right behind
So you're able to go, it's behind there, but you go into Prairie Sky Bread to rent those?
I believe you go around the outside.
Okay, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that it was actually in there. But so you can get your cup of coffee, go out there on the ice, chill.
Really nice.
And I think there used to be a sweet bakery right there. Is that still there, or is that something?
I believe it is. It is. I don't know what the hours are, but I'm pretty sure that's still there too. So
that'll be fun this winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on.
Do you
down
go
there.
ice skating?
No.
You're not an ice skating guy?
I broke my leg real bad years ago, so I try to stay away from skates or anything like that. I mean, I'll jump on an inner tube and go down some snow, but skating, my ankle, I got a real bad ankle.
Right,
so it doesn't really hold up anymore.
There's a lot of horror stories with ice skating, so you got to be careful there.
One of the main things that I do want to make sure that we could address is that we've created the 501c3. So historically, the Downtown Business and Professional Association has been a 501c6, so it's been membership driven. In order to participate, you pay an annual fee of being a member, which is typically at least starting at $250 for a business. And then, so basically, we've been a 501c6, and you know, we had a certain amount of money coming in that we could rely on, but we've got bigger dreams. You know, we've got bigger goals this year. We want to be able to do more things. We want to. So what we did was we created a 501c3 called the Minot Downtown Beautification Association.
Okay.
This is opening us up for grants, donations, gaming dollars, all that.
Wow.
So with that said, this year we're putting about $35,000 into our Christmas open house on November 29th.
Okay.
So historically what's happened is me and a few group of volunteers, people from my church, Minot Home Church of the Nazarene, a few of us volunteers would go down there, decorate the tree. We'd have to get the tree, height construction with the tree stand out there. The forestry department would go up to SRT and cut down the tree. They'd put it into place. SRT would bring bucket trucks down. We'd decorate the top. My church would do the bottom. It was a whole production, you know. But now that we've established this 501c3, we got a brand new tree, and it's a pre-lit $18,000 tree.
Wow.
It's 20 feet tall, and each year we can add like a couple more feet to it each year, so it can eventually get up to 50 feet high.
It's a growing tree.
We're putting some more money updating the decorations around there. You know, we've had the sleigh and the toy soldiers and, you know, the nutcrackers out in front there. We've done that, but we've invested some more money into updating our decorations and everything for the Christmas tree. We've also got, we're going to kick off a Toys for Tots. I believe the Salvation Army is going to be down there as well. So us having this 501c3 has opened up a lot more opportunities for us where we have more money to afford making these improvements.
Okay.
So the additional decorations, this fancy Christmas tree that we're really excited about, we're adding another block of lights this year. The lights, we're partnering with Pretty Lights to do we're doing basically the top of the lights, all of downtown.
Right.
We want to do all of downtown. I mean, it's about $150,000 to $200,000 project with all the buildings that we want to do, and our goal is to light up downtown Minot.
Okay. So two big topics right there. So first off, when does, you said it was the 29th? November
Yes,
29th is when
November
that
29th.
open house happens. Is that the day after Thanksgiving?
It is the day after Thanksgiving.
And that normally is in the evening?
Yes. The actual event, it goes from, I think it's like 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
The Christmas tree lighting is usually around 6 or 7. I forget off the top of my head.
Yeah. No, that's fine. And so at 3 p.m., is it just entertainment, or do you just...
There's going to be hay rides. There's going to be Santa Claus will be down there at the Tobby, I believe.
Wow.
I've got a meeting here in a couple hours. I'm going to find out more details. So we do the Christmas, where we do the countdown to the Christmas tree lighting. We'll have music on stage that we'll have. So it's a whole production. Last year we had about 4,000 or 5,000 people down there.
That's
and again, a lot of it depends on weather. There's been times where, where it's below zero and only maybe, a couple thousand show up. But if the weather's in the 40s, we usually get 4,000 or 5,000 people downtown.
Very interesting. And then you mentioned the actual lighting up the downtown, which is, you guys have ran into some barriers with that. But what is the status of that? How much of downtown is lit up?
Right now, one block. We're getting ready. Within the next few weeks, we're going to have a second block done.
Okay.
I'm not going to really reveal which block we're going to do quite yet.
Okay.
We'll let that be a surprise day
there
of.
You go.
But we want to do all of downtown.
You mean you don't want to break some news here?
No,
for us?
I don't want to break.
You don't want to share any secrets today?
It'll be either north or south of the block that we've already done.
All right, there we go. There we go. And you've done, so when it's a block, it's on the block that you have done is on Main Street, right?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
And, they're red, white, and blue for 4th of July. We just had them green for Alzheimer's Awareness Month.
Neat.
So we're just trying to be colorful and thoughtful with it.
Are you going like yellowish orange for Thanksgiving, or how does that work?
I know that we did orange for Halloween.
Okay, gotcha.
I leave that up to other people on the board to make those decisions.
That's fair. Okay.
But I think things are going great. We're excited about it. We want to be able to do all of downtown.
That's the goal.
It looks nice. The skyscape and everything like that. It looks nice. It's pleasant. Some people feel it's a little bit safer down there. The more lights, the merrier.
Right. I'm sure you've heard a lot of positive feedback from it. What is some of that feedback that you have heard?
Of the positive feedback?
Yeah.
It's almost all positive. They like it. It reminds them, some people it reminds them of big cities.
Gotcha.
There's been some really big cities that have done that with their skyscapes and stuff like that. This is just the beginning. People really like it. They think it's safer. They create
huge.
And around the holidays, it kind of ties in with the Christmas tree and some of the other lights that we're doing around the light poles and everything this year. So it kind of brings it all together.
You ever gonna get it synced up with a radio station so we can drive downtown?
You know what? We've had discussions about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit harder than it sounds, but I think where there's a will, there's a way. Once we got this, we're investing this money into this big Christmas tree and everything. I think, I think that we'll be able to do that type of stuff. So.
That'd be really cool, man. That'd be cool to have a whole driving experience downtown where it
would be.
Because I know every year our family goes throughout Minot and looks at Christmas lights, and obviously there's more people that are investing money into it for whatever reason.
Right.
It's neat. You have the Olsons of old that have done it. They've been just done it for so many years, and now you have other people that are doing it.
That's a good idea. I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, it'd be neat. You just drive by one place, Santa's running on the rooftop.
Right.
I can spend your money for you.
And we've years ago I've seen a lot of pictures of, big wires going between, cables going between from across the main street and everything like that. So we've had conversations about wanting to do that again too.
Okay.
At one time I was told that the fire marshal shut that down, but then I had a couple people with the conversation with the people at the city, and they said that it would be okay if we did it. So
there you go. City's on your side. It should be good to go.
It's one of those things where it just takes time.
Yeah, it does. There's so much that you guys are doing for sure. Very cool. So lighten up the downtown. Now, those are some of the more matters that are pressing, that are right on very time. I can't think of any words today. It's a Monday. It's Veterans Day. We're hanging in there.
Right.
But what are some of the things that you guys do year round? For instance, you guys have your activities downtown on Thursday nights and stuff like that. And I know that's not directly you guys, but it's you guys are in conjunction with that. What are some of the break down a couple of the top things that you guys do downtown that creates the experience that is downtown Minot?
Those Thursday nights on Main Street, we partner with the Minot Area Council of the Arts with that. So they're doing a great job, and those are one of the things that just kind of, again, gives more people more reasons to come downtown and show off. you know.
Yeah.
The Fall Festival, that's grown. This past year, we had the Dakota Cruisers join us with the Fall Festival. Sometimes they're with us, sometimes they're not. That really made a big difference for us, too. That gets people downtown. A lot of foot traffic on that one. Got a big donation this year from the Lions Club, too.
Okay.
You know, so that they were able to give us a big donation for our kid zone. So we were able to buy some new kid games and that type of stuff.
That's
so,
neat.
Again,
right.
got a lot of momentum. Things are really, taking off for us down there. So that's a big one for us. A lot of foot traffic. Those Thursday nights are great. And it seems like there's other organizations that reach out to me too and say, hey, do you mind if we have our event on Main Street? And they're not necessarily, I can't, if all they got to do really is get a permit and they can do it. I don't have any type of authority or anything like that, so we just give them the blessing to have their events down there. And we just hope that, it's a positive experience for everybody. And the ultimate goal is to get foot traffic in the stores.
Okay. What's the vision of the downtown area, though? What would you say is the vision?
To get people to come down there and shop. And, as far as the vision goes, I would really think, we want it to be a place where community people come and meet and gather and have fun and enjoy our town.
Right.
Whether or not it's shopping, whether or not they're sitting out by a fountain that's decorated, whether or not they're taking pictures at the One Brand logo that's downtown out in front of the Tobby, whether or not they're enjoying a cookie from Cookies for You or an art class at Margie's or going into the museum at the Tobby. If you haven't been down there in a while, it's beautiful to walk through there. A lot of people don't realize the hidden gem that we have down there.
Right.
The Carnegie, that's a great building too. They have a lot of events down there that we try to participate in. I know they do a lot of startup Minots and do a lot of events there at the Tobby. So just creating a vibe where a lot of people want to be down there, enjoying it, sitting outside, and at all times of year, especially it's nice this time of year. Sometimes it's really cold, but, I was just down there a couple days ago and people are sitting outside on the benches, having a drink and enjoying themselves just with kids and everything. And it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love it down there.
Yeah. Can you spend a whole day downtown?
You could.
What would that day look like?
That's a good one.
I'm putting you on the spot for this one.
You are. That's a tough one. I'd probably start off with a breakfast at Charlie's.
Yeah.
After breakfast at Charlie's, I'd probably stop into Margie's.
Get an art class
in over there at Margie's.
And are those, when you say, and I said it, art class, is that something where they are time sensitive or you have to be there by this time? Or is it something you can...
You can kind of come and go as you please the way I understand it.
Okay.
Now over at Gourmet Chef, they have timed classes in the evenings, they have cooking classes over at Gourmet Chef. So I was going to say that would be an afternoon or evening event right there that you could do over there. Because Gourmet Chef, they have a lot of different cooking classes and that type of stuff. If you've got children, Main Street Books, they've got different classes and different readings and that type of stuff going on throughout the day.
So we go to Margie's, get our little craft created and stop in at Main Street Books for a little event for the kids.
Yep. And then you can go down to the Tobby and walk through the museum down there. You can stop off at the depot and have lunch.
There you go.
And then spend your afternoon shooting pool at the spot.
You just got to get that in there.
Right.
Or axe throwing, right?
Or axe throwing, right? Up your axes down there too.
Fitz family. There's the mini golf.
Mini golf, absolutely.
Lots of experiences down there.
Putt district right downtown. That's a great place too to take the kids on a Saturday.
Okay.
Citizens Alley, which we talked about a little bit ago. Yep. Prairie Sky Breads is a good place to stop in there. I like going there and getting some gluten-free bread for my son.
There you go. Get a scone.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on downtown Minot, and we're happy about it. A lot of momentum. We're really excited about it.
And then there's a ton of shopping. You got a bunch of neat little boutiques.
Absolutely.
Do you think Minot or downtown Minot's a little bit overlooked?
I do. I mean, I do what I can to bring attention to it. I work out in Newtown, so I'm constantly out in Newtown telling people, trying to drag people up here to Minot downtown.
Where do you rate us in the state? Top 3?
At least.
Really?
I'd say. Well, now I'm a little bit biased, but I think we've got the best downtown.
So you're gonna be.
We've got the best downtown in the state.
We're better than Fargo or Bismarck.
I think so. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're big city. They're nice stuff. But if you want cozy, if you want nice, if you want that small town feel, I mean, I'm from Phoenix. Yeah. When I moved up here, this small town feel, I love it. Trust me, I've been around enough big city stuff in my lifetime.
So would you rather hang out in downtown Phoenix or downtown Minot?
Downtown Minot.
There you go. There you go.
They
found the right person for the board.
It's the music, the flowers, the experience, all of it. I mean, it's cozy, it's comfortable, it's nice. you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like downtown Phoenix. That's
Right.
where
Yeah. It's two different
I
experiences.
spent a lot of my life there, you know, but
it's not a fair comparison.
I love I just love the quaintness and sitting down and being cozy and just, you know,
Right.
mainstream boutique. I mean, I can tell you the whole story of how I got involved with this group, but I mean, it's just me just, you know, just asking questions, wanting to be involved. I just
Right.
enjoy it down there. So I just started showing up to more and more events and being more
They
and
couldn't
more
get rid of
involved.
you.
And, yeah, it's gotten to the point where they were like, man, what else are we going to do with this guy? I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll just make him president. I
Make him
guess. So,
president. Let him run with it.
Right.
There you go. And now we find ourselves here.
yeah.
Is there still opportunity to develop in downtown, or is it getting kind of full down there?
There's room, you know, the M building, there's one, Trinity's another.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
there's a couple of big
Those are
ones
the big
down
projects.
there. There are a couple of smaller spaces for rent right now and everything too, even on Main Street, I believe.
Wow. Okay.
So
Always looking for more people to come in then.
absolutely.
Yeah. If somebody wanted to join the Downtown Association, what does that process look like?
DowntownMinot.com is our website. Under the membership side, you can scroll down, you can click on that, and then it scrolls down and gives you the different types of packages, you know.
Okay.
For just an individual person, for a small business, all the way up to a bank and an investor, you know.
Yeah.
The more money you invest with the Downtown Association, you know, we put your logo on different things. If we have a pub crawl or something like that, or if we have some type of an event, we put our major sponsors' logos out there.
Okay.
We get them featured on our website too for our major sponsors. So
Yeah.
we there's different packages and tiers
Right.
for each membership level and that type of stuff, and that's on our website downtownminot.com.
Is there any participation that's required of members showing up to monthly meetings or anything like that? Or
No,
is it pretty easy?
we have quarterly meetings which are open
Okay.
to the members,
Yeah.
where we encourage people to show up. We've got one. I'm getting ready to come up with a Teddy Roosevelt impersonator.
Okay.
So we're pretty excited about that one. But those are our quarterly events, and then we have our annual events in January where we do our election of officers and that type of
Gotcha.
stuff as well. So
And that's where you got busted. You didn't call
Right.
in sick for that meeting.
no, that was my first annual meeting, and that was my first quarterly meeting too. I had just been on the board, and all of a sudden, by the end of the night, next thing you know, I was board president. So
There you go. Well, I guess that
interesting
means
how
they
that worked
respect
out.
you.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. All right. Well, it sounds like we need to spend a little more time. Sounds like we need to spend a little more time in downtown Minot.
I think everybody needs to spend more time in downtown Minot.
Yeah. And they'll have that opportunity on November 29th,
That's right. Christmas open house.
Christmas open house. Sounds like it's going to be quite the deal. $35K plus.
Yeah. We've spent
That's
a lot
crazy.
of money this year. You know, it's different when I was being down there, having to take off time off of work and out there in the cold and everything, orchestrating all that. This year, all I've done so far is approve invoices. So it's pretty nice.
That's a little warmer.
Yes.
A lot warmer. Well, that'll be a good time. We'll look forward to it. Maybe we'll be there, get a couple pictures, show it off to the world.
Appreciate it, Jonathan.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
This has been another episode of Minot Matters here at the Dakota, and thank you for watching. And be sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Become part of the Dakotan community. We have a lot of exciting stuff that is going to continue to come your way. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Pretty good.